You just don't get up and say, oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing that. And that's just another of those. Please. And please. At least, yes. The person who supervised the maltreatment of Caleb Kuda, one would have expected that apart from being his secondment being reversed, he would have been taken through processes or procedures expected of people who misconduct themselves in a service.
That's also the other point that this report.
We don't punish anybody.
That basically all of the major incidents we've had in this country, it has been, we will deal with it, but it never gets dealt with. We would crack the whip on people attacking media, but we never see the results of it. What can government boldly say, and more importantly, this government, what can you say as your act in defense or in protection of the media? But even for ordinary people, in any case, the Constitution says our responsibility is to hold the people, the government accountable to the people. Tomorrow, it might not be me. It might be you and the politician before it can survive. See, if you're all better off in this state, nobody needs a politician. Tell yourself that question. If you're all better off, if you can get to school, if you can complete your education, you can get a job that you want, you will not need to be insulting people on social media before they give you money. And it is after getting a degree from Legon, you should not do that job. That is what you should tell yourself. You deserve a better job, a well-meaning job. And if they're not getting it for you, you should be worried about it. And not joining the people who are attacking journalists as if they are the ones guaranteeing you the job. It is a time we all awaken our sense of responsibility as a state. That we need not only to pretend we don't know what's happening. Everybody is saying that your media practice is actually being attacked. In fact, I agree with you. What the Ministry of Information issued was a responsible statement, saying that we have noted what has happened and the responses that they are giving to us. We will take steps to correct this. This is what we expected way back in 2018. This is the kind of Burkina Faso. Ahead of Ghana.
Burkina
Faso. Yeah. And the military government today.
Yes.
What they are saying is that a Burkina Faso and the military government has proper, better media freedoms than we in a democratic state.
What do you expect? No, Raymond, you see, I talked about...
And if you're not angry at this, what else should you be angry at?
You see, when you talked about, how do you call it? When you talked about the response and how the response is seen. So, for instance, when we run a program on free SHS, feedback session, and it is described as a radio station in Accra is running a campaign against free SHS. Listen to this carefully. That was the president in Cape Coast. That a radio station is running a campaign against free SHS. So already you're seen as an enemy. That you are running a campaign against free SHS. And that I thought that following election 2020, Ghanaians had come to accept free SHS as part of... No, and I introduced the program.
Can't you think about that? Even if Ghanaians accepted it, why do we review programs?
Thank you.
Why do we improve them? Why do we have departments for monitoring and evaluation in the various ministries?
Even if
why do they monitor and evaluate?
Exactly. And even if we took our time, the introduction of the program was that this is the single most important social intervention policy in this country.
How is that a campaign against it?
And how is that a campaign against free SHS? I went for a funeral in another part of the country. When I got there, it was the same week, by the end of the week when I got there. A friend, my friend walked to me and said, and guess what? At the funeral, when I was entering and I was introduced, thankfully, we're in a procession and because of face mask. When they said, when Sanamwa joined us, campaign and I'm like, hey, this is what we've gotten to. If you disagree with me, it's simple. On that same show, people were giving a chance. Even the education minister went on another network after he had, said all the things he wanted to say about us. Said, at least the girl said their jollof was nice. Listen carefully. The person that we had gone to coach to come and destroy the program said the jollof is nice. When the education minister refers to...
Perhaps we didn't coach about the jollof. They had that part.
Can you imagine?
But Ghanaian jollof can be nice. That's without doubt. I mean, I thought when the jollof made in Ghana. There's no dispute about it. You must be extraordinary to feel like jollof in Ghana.
But this is a lady who You say, I've gone to coach to say the food is bad. So just think about it. And you say, these are cowards. If you're really a strong man, when we put forth these arguments, let those guys who take to social media, Facebook in particular,
present counterfacts.
Counterfacts. Don't insult me.
Expose the journalists.
Yes.
Yes, with facts, with the data, with what the vice president consistently references.
Data, no lie.
Yes. And how is this difficult? Because that's how you build a better state. And it's true, watch it. Whenever you see people resort to insults, name calling, and all the other things, that means they don't have really some substantive things to say. Because you have limited time. If you have substantive things to say, you don't do these things. Going forward, I hope that after the statement from the Ministry of Information, or what we have heard them say, unlike other people who still believe that there's some onslaught by Ghanaians and international collaborators to make government look bad, they will sit back and reflect. And in their reflection, they will say, no, maybe we are taking some steps wrong. This is not the MPP's history. This is not NPP versus GBC. This is not the NPP that had defended media and gone to court to defend media in various parts. If this NPP has strayed, it needs to be brought back on its proper path. And that begins now. I'm happy that they are admitting there's something wrong somewhere and that they'll work at it. We are still watching. And I'm saying that today, I'm a journalist. Tomorrow, I may be a driver somewhere. Other people will still do journalism. If they want to do it well, the best of the practice will not be seeing what is wrong and pretending you don't know what is wrong.
Well, on that note, let me just end by saying this. Yes, the Information Ministry, we've said this statement is good, but let it not just be another statement. Okay? Let it not be one of those statements, but let it be a statement that truly captures the mood and feeling of government. And what do I mean by that? Let us see to its implementation. Let it not just be one of those. We will talk about it and go away and say, oh, the next time we talk about press freedom, we say, we said we're going to do this. We said we're going to do that. Please. The next time we talk about it, let's say, because we did this and that and that, and that's why we find ourselves where we are.
And can we get a reputation?
Yes, we can.
As a country with a bastion of democracy, with media freedom thriving very hard. Gone were the days where we used to be always ranked number one. Then others are envious of us. Now, if you are looking for Ghana or media freedom ranking, you start from the bottom. So that you are clear in your mind where you should be finding us. We know that's not where we belong. And as Winston said, show working.
Exactly.
Show working.
Very important.
And things will be well in this country. Have a wonderful afternoon.